Oh.
Loose as fuck?
Oh my god.
You have to be fucking kidding me. Got the tranny out. Man. Next step is to get the intake manifold off and start moving his head. Bro, what do you think it was? Spun bearing?
I didn't even hear it, so I don't know.
Oh, that's right. You didn't get to hear it.
It's gonna be a spun bearing automatically.
Yeah, because the fucking shit.
Knock. Without misfiring?
Yeah, it was no misfire. Fucking knocking, just like crazy. Sounded like some shit was loose, which is like the rods and shit.
Yeah, that's the bearing.
Yeah.
Yo, I can't find it. What I need.
Alright guys, so as you guys could obviously tell, it's the next day and we're gonna start ripping this motor apart and see what was wrong with it. See what went wrong.
Just need to find the 12.
Alright, so we've been moving pretty fast. We already went ahead and got the timing belt off. Got the harmonic balancer off as well. Got all the alternator, throttle body, intake manifold, the tranny. Got that over there. Next step is to remove the cams and start pulling the head off.
12.
Once we get the head off, I guess we're gonna take this clutch off, get the engine on the stand, and see how it's looking. I'll check right back in as soon as we get the engine on the stand. Getting ready to pull the cams out. But yeah, look at this fucking oil. This shit is red. I have zero ideas why this shit is red. But yeah, just got the cams out. Got a tranny out, caps out, cams, intake manifold. Next step is getting the head off, the clutch, and then tossing the engine on the stand to see what was wrong with it.
You get that, we're gonna get this one. What we're gonna do is shimmy up.
What's the next step?
Clutch.
Clutch? Yeah.
Master this.
Alright, so we just got the head off. Next step is to get the clutch. Well, next step is getting the clutch off and removing the oil pan to see what went wrong.
Oh.
Loose as fuck?
Oh my god.
You have to be fucking kidding me.
Dude.
You have to be fucking kidding me. Yo, I torqued each and every one of these bolts down to 80 foot-pounds of torque.
What is it?
Applied fucking Loctite, and look.
That's 17, bro? Dude, my nigga, you could get it on by hand.
Alright, so I guess the whole time it was just the flywheel was loose. And it's crazy because I torqued down each and every one of these bolts in a fucking star pattern to 80 foot-pounds of torque
17.
with Loctite. So, dude, I have no idea why the fuck this shit came loose.
That one's tight. Kind of.
It probably was the fucking little measurement tool that I was using.
No, you hit these hard. You hit these shits hard.
I have no idea why the fuck.
Yeah. Some of them are tight.
It's just like one or two, right?
These two are like just not even on.
That's insane.
The other ones I'm gonna have to where's this extension?
Well, at least I know I got a fucking good block now. Alright, so the conclusion was that I was using the wrong bolts, and when I went to go tighten them down, seems like I over tightened them and started to strip out the inner threads on here, which caused some of the bolts to go loose, and you know, there was some play on the flywheel. So I guess, you know, it was a lesson learned. You know, if I would have known, I probably would have fucking got some new flywheel bolts, and you know, probably avoided this whole issue. So I don't think it was the I don't think the block is done for. Everything seems good. There was no like shards of metal in the oil. The only thing that was wrong was the flywheel was pretty much loose. Like, he was able to wiggle it back and forth and have some play in it. But yeah, I'm fucking speechless. So
Shit happens.
shit happens, man. Fuck it. You live and you learn. Yep. What's going on? So it's the next day. Yeah, I'm not sure if I fully explained yesterday what happened. What was the conclusion of the motor? So seems like the motor is actually good. When we went to go pull the clutch off, let me see if I can get you guys some light. When we went to go pull the clutch off, we noticed that the flywheel was actually had some play in it. I'll see if I could show you, put a clip in of the amount of play that was in the flywheel. And you know, actually I was afraid that was the case. So, you know, basically I just took this whole, you know, engine apart, took the motor out, took the engine out, disassembled the whole thing, just to come to find out that it was the flywheel that came loose. My friend was telling me that the bolt that I was using for the flywheel might not be the correct bolt. This one over here, if you guys could see, you know, like these, you know, the threads all the way at the tip of the bolt, they seem to be pretty stripped. And also it's the same for the crank over here. So, you know, the guys over at Clutch Masters, I even asked them like if there was any type of torque specs that it should be torquing these bolts down to. And you know, he was like, just use the factory bolts, torque it down to 70-80 foot-pounds of torque, which I did. I even applied some Loctite on each and every single one of these bolts. Tighten them down in a star pattern, cross pattern, and you know, it still came loose. Well, not all the bolts were loose. There was like, out of, you know, 2, 4, 6, out of 8 bolts, there was probably 2 or 3 that were loose, and it was giving the flywheel some play. So, you know, that's it's very unfortunate, but you know, I'm trying to stay positive. Not gonna lie, I'm stressing a bit, but I'm trying to remain positive. You know, I look at it as, you know, the better, the bigger picture is that, you know, I'm actually going to be installing a better block now, so you know, I wouldn't have to be worry about that later on down the road. But it still sucks knowing that, you know, it was just a flywheel. You know, just these bolts right here caused all of this. So using the wrong bolts caused all of this. Which is crazy. So, you know, yeah, what are you gonna do? I tried calling Clutch Masters and they're closed during the weekends. So what I'm gonna do is, I already called the machine shop. I'm gonna take the head. I'm gonna actually take the rocker arms off of the head and start making my way over to the machine shop and see if we could, he could give it a once over and pressure test it and see if it's not warped or anything like that, just so we could start installing it on the new block. And you know, just keep going at it. I'm not gonna sit here and ponder about, you know, wow, this is crazy. It was just some bolts that loosened up the flywheel and caused all of this, you know. Had I known, you know, I probably would have took the tranny apart and, you know, figure some shit out. But yeah. But since these threads in here are somewhat stripped, the first few threads are good, but then the bottom threads all the way at the back they're pretty stripped. So I don't know, I'm gonna have to figure some shit out with this. This block seems to be good. You know, the only play that we do have is back and forth. Let me see if I can show you guys. Like, that's it. That's the only play, but side to side there is no play at all, like that. So which is a good sign. The thing spins freely and, you know, there's no problem. So hopefully this block is still good, even though it was low on oil. It wasn't like drastically low, it was just below, just like slightly below the bottom line. So there's like two lines. It was like about, you know, below this line. So it was like, I can't tell you guys, whatever. So yeah, let me just start disassembling this head over here so we could take it to the machine shop and he could pressure test it and make sure everything is good so we could start installing it onto the new block. So yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I'm pretty fucking stressed. Shit, I'm like speechless, stressed. I'm like, fuck, I have no car now, so I'm gonna have to find like a daily or some shit. Let me just get to work and start pulling these rocker arms off and start making my way over to the machine shop. All right guys, so we're over here at Bob's and he's telling me that he actually makes the plates that bolt the K-Series to the Subaru, right? All right, that's sick. Huh? No, I'm not gonna take a picture of you. So yeah, he's actually the guy who makes these adapter plates, and he also was mentioning that Emilio got the plates from him, so that's nice to know. And yeah, just dropped off this head over here to get it checked out, and yeah, he's gonna let us know if it's good or not to install it on the new block, and hopefully should be good.